Thank you so much. I think we're very coat too. Here's the story of how I tricked my wife into marrying me. I'm not sure if that meant to say cute, but I'm gonna hope it does. But I also kind of hope it says coat, because that'd be kind of fun, whatever that means. It's gonna come as a huge shock to many of you, but my wife does not do well with surprises. Not to say she doesn't like surprises. She loves surprises. She just can't ever be surprised because she's too impatient. Point where like, I'll be on the way home and I'll be like, I have a surprise for you. I'll show you when I get home. And she'll be like, no, tell me now. And then she needs to know, so I'll tell her. But then when I get home and she already knows, she's like, oh, I wish I left it as a surprise. I'm so upset with myself right now. 2013, by that time, we'd been dating for almost 4 years. It was very clear from the beginning that we were going to get married. Like, ever since week 1, date 1, when she tripped and fell on the sidewalk and hit her face. I still wanted it to be a surprise, right? I didn't want to do what my dad did, which was propose to my mom in a supermarket at the spice aisle when he was like, so I guess we should get married, huh? Story of our generation. Originally, what I had planned to do was just like hide the ring in my pocket. And we went anywhere, she would come and she would like give me a hug. And I was like, what are you doing? Right? Like, that's not her thing when we're going out somewhere to like give me a hug. And I realized it was because every time she would do that, she was patting all of my pockets to see if I had a ring. So one day I had an idea and I went to Barnes and Noble and I found the largest possible book that I could find in terms of like thickness, which just happened to be this. And I bought 2 of them. I bought this one, which is just like a normal book, right? Super big. So bought this one, which looks like the exact same book, except in the middle of it, I cut a very large hole that was big enough to hold the ring box. Now here's where I had to get a little tricky. If we went out to dinner somewhere and I was just like holding Mark Twain anthologies, pretty sure she'd be like, what you doing? At the time, I was working for this firm and we had a client who just happened to be like a bookseller. I told Suzanne that we were going to go on a trip to Chicago for like the opening of their next store. And I told her that he was really into Mark Twain, and so I got this. And then I had to get a little sneaky because I didn't want it to be suspicious. So I straight up asked Suzanne to help me wrap the book because it was going to be a gift for this client upon opening the new store. That way, when I was carrying this thing around on the way to Chicago, she wouldn't be like, what is that? Because she would already know. But here's the thing, is that I had her help me, not this one, but I had her help me wrap the real one, actual ribbon that we used. So we wrapped it up, and then a few days went by and it was time to go to Chicago for this book opening event. But of course, I took the actual book that was fully wrapped and I left that one at home. I took the decoy book and wrapped it exactly like the real one so that you could not tell the difference. And that's the one I brought with me. And then to really make it believable, I asked a friend of mine to have his phone ready. And in my phone, I changed the name of my friend to the name of this client so that anytime it popped up while I was driving to Chicago and Suzanne had my phone, it would look like it was the client's name that was texting me with instructions like, hey, before the book opening event, we're going to go to the Bean and we're going to take a picture, if you know what the Chicago Bean is. So when we arrive at the Bean, and Suzanne is like, where is everyone? I'm like, I don't know. That's really weird. Okay, well, let's just take a picture by the Bean and then we'll try to find them. I found this group of people and I was like, hey, can you take our picture? And I walked over with my phone and I whispered to them and I was like, hey, I actually need you to take a video because I'm about to propose to her. And they almost blew it because it was this group of like 3 teenage girls and they all were like, ah! And I was like, stop it! And it's like standing there smiling, waiting for the photo to go off. And then out of the corner of her eye, she sees me like unwrapping this book, right? That was supposed to be a gift for this client that we're supposed to meet in a matter of minutes. And she literally is like, what are you doing? That's not yours! And then, obviously, 9,000 kids later, here we are. Happy day we met anniversary, Suzanne. I love you.